this age, a lot of women just have different agendas. And let's see, I have standards when it comes to friendships, and I'm at an age where most women are so into their man and their relationship, they're not really concerned about a friendship. So I think that good friends, they actually call and check up on people. They actually pull up on you. I think a friendship, you don't really got to call to pull up. You should just be pulling up. And I don't have nobody just pulling up on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have friends that show up for me, but that's only when there's something in it for them. Wow. So I do, like, if I throw an event and my friends is like, I'm throwing it or whatever, they'll show up to the event. But say if I'm going through it, or something's happening, or I need somebody to talk to, they're not there for me. You know what I'm saying? So they call themselves friends, but I feel like I'm their friend because I show up for them. I call them. I check up on them.
Why is that? Like, why is that? Maybe she's the only one that thinks like this, or she's the only one that has this, but it seems like a lot of women have this thought about other women. Like, they'll show up to the event, they'll show up to trips, but when you need them at the biggest times or the most heartfelt times, they're not there.
But nobody does that for me. So I'm a friend to a lot of people, but I don't have a lot of friends.
And it's just like I say it a lot because I think women demand so much out of friendships. You know what I'm saying? Whereas that's not something that I really, you know what I mean,
it's
trip
different.
on. Yeah, I'm not worried if somebody really call me to check up on me. You know what I'm saying? If somebody don't know what I got going on, I mean, that's cool. I don't really.
I think it's different for men.
Yeah, I'm not looking for them to give me that. But now, if you wanna, I'm usually the one where somebody wanna holler at me about something. Cool, hit me. What's up? You wanna talk to them? But I just don't really. Be mad at somebody because they forgot to call me about this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just not something that we don't demand that. I don't think out of each other. You know what I'm saying? If I know any one of my friends, if I call them and I need them for something, they good. Like, we good.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's outside of that. If we can get up this year, if I don't talk to you this year, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
See, the thing about the difference between men and women friendships is that a lot of women, they'll be your friend when they want you to do something. Like if you got a party or girls trips, stuff like that. This is why women will say they got their core friends. Like they got friends they've been friends with for years. And that's a small circle. Because as you get older, as women, your circle gets smaller. But for men, it's kind of different because we don't ask as much from our guy friends as women do from their women friends. I know guys that I've been friends with for years, but we may not talk for like 6 to 8 months. We may not talk for a year. We may not talk for 2 years. But if he hits me up or I hit him up and we have a conversation, it's like we never left. We never lost stride in our friendships because men, we have like best friends, but we have a lot of like casual homies that even if we don't talk to each other, we just stay, you know what I'm saying? That chemistry, that friendship chemistry is there. And for women, they demand more from their friends than men demand from their friends. And she's right. You know what I'm saying? Dude was right. Like women demand more from their friends than men demand from their friends. And that's the reason why I think a lot of females fall out with other females because they demand more.
But why am I badgered or called a gold digger or anything else when I say I don't want to work and I want my man to take care of everything for me financially in life in general? I just want to be soft and carefree and worry free. Because these same men that has this standard that you speak of are the same exact ones that's saying,
what do you bring to the table?
What do you bring to... Exactly. What do you have to offer? Like what? What are you talking about?
I am the table, okay? Now, do you
want ever see and eat your plate? But why am I?
Man, this is the problem with a lot of women today. You know what I'm saying? You want to live the soft life. You want a man to provide for you. But what are you bringing to that man? What are you giving to that man? It's not give. Oh, no, it's not take. it's give and take. If a man is providing everything, if he's providing the house, he's providing the car, he's providing the way of living for you, what are you giving that man so he can do his job as a man, a protector and a provider? If you're nagging that man or you hassling that man because he don't make enough or he don't take you on expensive trips and all that, then that man's gonna get tired, because a man has to work and bust his ass to make sure that you good. But what are you giving him in return? You can't just say I'm just giving him the box, because they get the box from anywhere. See, a man wants peace. A man wants a woman who will, when things go hard or things go rough, you got his back. And when that man loses his job or that man takes a step back, you're not going to leave out. That's what the man wants.
If you're in a relationship, would you let someone fly you out?
Absolutely.
While in a relationship?
What? Yeah.
What about your man? How do you think he'll feel about that?
Him. I'm a Pisces. Him.
So you're telling me that if you're in a relationship, Drake hits your DMs,
If I'm in a
you're going.
relationship, if somebody flies me out, period, I'm out. You only live once. I'm a Pisces.
First of all, if you're in a relationship, fellas, if you're in a relationship with a woman like that and she's going to leave you for somebody flying her out, she ain't even worth it. She ain't even worth it. Look at her. Who gonna fly Big Shirley out? Let me know in the comments who's gonna fly Big Shirley out. You as a man, you gotta be pretty low on your luck to fly Big Shirley out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being perfectly honest. And I don't care if she a Big Shirley, but this Big Shirley, so we're gonna talk about Big Shirley. Big Shirley, you ain't gonna get flown out by no man. No man is gonna fly you out. And even if a woman didn't look like Big Shirley, she was attractive. Fellas, if your woman will leave you or get flown out by another man and you still stay with her, you're the biggest simp in the world, man.
What is the 6'6"? Makes six figures.
Yes.
Yeah.
6 inches. Woman, and you're trying to date, you are looking for probably the
9.5% of all men are 6 feet or over.
damn. Good luck.
Tough there already. Just on the height, 17% of American men make over $100,000. 15th percentile.
Damn.
So you're looking for some percent of dick size, top 17% of, and top 14% of height.
Why do I know? Because I feel like there's so many out there.
There isn't. See, this is the problem. The problem is social media got y'all thinking it's the normal. Like every man in America, every man makes 6 figures and the man got a 6 inch. It ain't true, because what if that man is 6 figures and got that, you know what size? Or if a man, you know what I'm saying? You want a man to have all three qualities. You know how rare it is, unless you're a professional athlete or you're a doctor or a lawyer or somebody like that that's over 6 feet tall. You ain't making. There are plenty of men that are under 6 feet tall to make 6 figures. See, this is the problem with social media. This is the problem with and all this other crap, man. It makes it seem like not the norm, and we need to stop that, man. Y'all going like women. What's the word I'm looking for? You gonna miss out on a good woman if you want a particular man. You gonna miss out on a good man. And for the tall women and shorties, get with the short men.
Like the more options you have, the more valuable you are.
No, because there's a lot of men with a lot of money that are absolute trash people but have a ton of options because they're rich.
That's a bar.
Yeah. And I think that there are a lot of beautiful women that have a ton of options but don't have the character to substantiate it, but they could still sleep with or temporarily date some really great options because of the illusion of how they look might actually match their character, and that's usually not the case.
Yeah, I mean, you have to understand what she said. Let's start with the first part. There are a lot of guys out there that make a lot of money, but they're assholes. But women don't understand, like women don't understand, like those guys have a ton of options, but they don't give a damn about you. You could be as pretty as you want, you can look fine as you want, but the more money that man has, the more power that man has, the more just fame he has, the more he gonna treat you like garbage because he can replace you. You could come in on Monday, he can replace you on Tuesday. But this is what women want. And same thing for women. Women could be as beautiful and have all these options, and they can get this man and get this man and get this man, but are you truly happy? Are you truly happy dating multiple men? Yeah, you're going to get what you want. You're going to get the Chanel bags. You're going to get all this stuff, but are you truly happy? That's the question. And the understanding is that people who have all these options, they're cold inside. They're empty inside. They're empty inside because they don't understand that you have to have more than just options to live. You know what I'm saying? And I don't get it, but hey, I'd rather be with one woman, spend the rest of my life with one woman, and we can do something together instead of having a ton of options, because if you have a ton of options, you have no options.
Okay, I haven't been on TikTok for a bit, and I noticed everyone was tagging me in that whole Andrew Schultz thing about black women. I'll make a different comment about Andrew Schultz and that little rat Akash thing, but I want to say something about black women. And this was my mother, and I God is my witness right now. May the Lord strike me down if I'm lying. My mother told me and my siblings when we were young kids, before I remember it was when my older brother started secondary school. It was a big deal, my older brother going off to the big boy school, and my mum sat us down and she said, if you're ever in trouble out there in the real world, look for a black woman.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. This is where he messed up at. This is exactly where you messed up at, because first of all, you're saying that if you're in trouble with anything in the world, look for a black woman. Like, the black woman will solve all of your issues. And the sad thing is, why wouldn't you say that about white women? It's like you're literally belittling women. I know you're trying to raise them up and try to be as nice as possible, but would you want somebody to say that about your sister, or would you want somebody to say that about your mother? Let's continue.
My mum said this. My mum was raised in this country from the age of 6, the UK. She said, look for a black woman. She said, anywhere in the world, a black woman will help you. She was never wrong. But it's incredible that my mother said that. And I don't know what my mum went through. But I remember seeing photos of my mum in school when she was in high school and stuff. And she had loads of black friends and stuff. And they were all black women. Because my mum wasn't a pick-me. She only had female friends. And,
Lord have mercy.
So she obviously felt some protection. And growing up for me, I noticed in my school, it was a very predominantly white school. The black teachers looked out for me. I had a black Jamaican teacher called Mrs. Forrester. She looked out for me. But even outside of school, when I started growing out my hair, it was a black woman that taught me how to look after my curls, what products to use. It's black women that built me up on this platform and got me to where I am. I have to give credit to where credit is due. It was women in general, but black women specifically, who boosted me and told me how pretty I was and how great I was. But I am trying to make a point here, and it's that black women get treated the worst. Malcolm X said this. He goes, unfortunately, they are treated the worst. By the medical field, by the education field, by the police, by everything. Yet they're the ones that give the most love. And for I saw what he said in that post, Andrew Schultz, and some comments, and it's sad, and it hurts my heart when I think.
I mean, I understand what he's saying, because black women do get treated really bad. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, black women do get treated really bad. I see it. But the problem is that you're making it feel another way. It's not that you're wrong, but you're making it feel like black women don't go through trauma themselves. Black women don't go through things and don't need. It's like you're making it seem like black women are the strongest and they don't need nobody to help them, or they don't go through things and they don't need their man and all this. Black women go through a lot of stuff, but you're making it seem like they don't go. They can do anything and everything, which is not true. I mean, black women will tell you, you know what I'm saying? We have to be strong, but we be feminine. We want to be in our femininity. World is it make them feel like they have to do these things. Hey, let's continue.
Right now, it wasn't that long ago. My friend Jordan's got these. Jordan's family is just. When I was homeless, and Jordan, they treated me like I was one of them. Didn't even care. They were just like, when you go over to someone's house and you just sat in the corner, I feel like that. And I know not all black people, but there's one thing that black people universally have, and that is full love. That they just give. But I'm telling you, it's a special feeling. And like, I was just heartbroken. His family just like welcome me in. You know what? They go. Oh, we've got a plate ready for you. Jordan's cousin just looks me up and then goes, "You're still skinny, boy." Right? Well, yeah. Just not make a comment on this because I know I made a post like months ago. Yeah. Go look through history. Go look at what Nina Simone did. Go look at what Doreen Lawrence's mother did. Go look at what Betty. These people are just incredible. And we don't give credit where credit is due. We really don't. Where if someone's pretty, we give them credit. Credit is beautiful, but like we don't look at the person's soul. Who we don't look at life. If we did, we would give Mary C. Cole a huge statue.
Understand? See, this is the thing, and I think at the comments, because I was looking at the comments, I think they're the mothers of the earth. When black women are the mothers of the earth, and my mother has done a lot for me, and my aunts and my nieces and everybody that's in my family that are women have done a lot for me. I think the problem is that women, a lot of black women, they know they have to do the hard thing, but they feel like they want to feel like, why do we have to go through all this? It's like we don't get enough. And I understand where he's coming from, but I'm thinking of the reason why he got some backlash is because, this is a foreign guy saying this. This is a person of another race saying this. And the people are like, why can't our men say this? But there are plenty of men who do say this, but at the end of the day, it's like they don't, it's not reciprocated. Like, black women go through stuff, black men go through stuff. We need to just go and stick together and do things together. Now, do I think, he was sincere with this message? Yes, he was sincere because he grew up around a lot of black people. So he was sincere with this message. The reason why I think it went left is because the sisters, they don't want to be the strong, just the strong, just like, I got to do everything on my own. And that's the tuggle or the struggle that black women are going through. And I totally understand it. Because going through struggle and going through different things is going to make you feel a certain way. Women, women, they are strong. They're the mothers. I mean, I've talked to plenty of women and they say, I don't want to go through this alone. I don't want to raise my kids on my own. And it's sad, but it's true. But, I think as men, we need to look at, why are women going through this as men, as women? Why are they going through this? And the same thing for women. Y'all need to know why we're going through this. And the reason why I think black women are going through so much and it's the way the world is today is because we've been separated from each other. We were taught to hate and not taught to love. And that's the thing that we need to get back to doing. But it's your boy Jay here with another video. If you like the content, hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button. On my road to 10,000 subscribers. Let's get the conversation started. Do you think he was sincere with his post? Let me know in the comments. Got another video on the side for your viewing pleasure. Until next time, folks, I'm out.